I'm dropshipping until I get rich, aka making $45,000 in a month since that's what the IRS deems as rich. And this is month 3. Last episode, I got things moving and did $770 in revenue. But after all costs, I lost $900, putting me at a total loss of $1,312 for both months. For this month, I've got one goal: have a 5K revenue month. Let's get it. This month is a crucial time because if an offer doesn't work in the first 90 days, it might just be destiny to start a different brand. I'm launching some more ads today. I'm at a $75 a day budget on the CBO, which I absolutely need to increase as the month progresses. Issue has been finding a winning ad angle. I've launched 16 angles so far without a clear winner. Near the end of last month, things started to pick up as I made some changes to the store, and I tweaked a few things in my ad copies. And right now, I'm in the middle of a big test. I'm testing 19 hooks on one body. It's really just to find the best resonating hook angle, and then I can go from there. I've got plans to launch other offers later this month to expand my product suite as well. I know it's a bit early when my main product isn't even profitable yet, but I've got to continue to build the brand, not just the product here. Oh, and before I forget, today's chat, we started off hot. 2 orders for $138 in revenue from $77 on ad spend, and after all costs, I made $11 in profit. I just had to keep it up, but that's a great start to month 3. So for the next few days, I went about life and started ignoring my phone notifications since I couldn't seem to get a Shopify one to pop up. The past 3 days have been a drag. My worst stretch since I restarted the store a week or so ago. Even with the one sale yesterday, I still lost $190. I'm gonna turn off some unprofitable ad sets. This will let the new ones spend up to 2x of the target CPA of $25 if needed. Or if they don't get a click in $10 spend, I'll cut them too. What I've come to realize with running ads consistently now is that the numbers don't lie. It's actually pretty easy to see what's wrong with your business. For me, it's not my conversion rate. Well, not the last 3 days, but it's consistently at a 3 to 4%, which is pretty doggone good considering I'm running cold ads to a broad audience, with no returning customers, of course, too. My problem has been the ads. The creatives haven't been quite up to par in terms of resonating with the audience. I'm wondering if my mashup of footage from different clips on the internet aren't able to flow congruently enough to hit with the audience. Maybe I'm overthinking it and my scripting just sucks.
This man was a bona fide scrub.
I do doubt it though. I've done a ton more research since Nathan told me to. We'll see how the next couple days go and act accordingly. As the days went on, I continued to try and learn as much as I could about creatives and the business in general from high-level e-com brand owners to increase my odds of success. Hey, one more day till day 69. Maybe I should have waited one more for this. But I got one sale on March 5th, none on the 6th, and 2 yesterday for a 3% conversion rate. I'm definitely gonna need to be higher than that to break through here because ads are so expensive. And unfortunately, none of the days were profitable. Including the last 3 days, I'm now down $347 on the month. So despite that early success, it's just not hot. What's confusing for me is products and offers usually hit or flop. And to me, this has kind of just been in the middle or slightly below that. I feel like I'm missing something. I just don't know what exactly. By the way, Shopify is running a crazy deal right now if you use my link. Instead of paying $39 a month like everyone else, you can get it for $1 a month for 3 months. The link is in the description. The journey continued on. And in the meantime, I started planning something new for a new brand that I'll share in the video after this one. 3 days have gone by and 3 days with 2 orders each. I'm starting to bring in consistent revenue, which is great. And even better, yesterday was profitable because I got an order for $130. Someone bought 2 of my products, which brought my total to over $200 in revenue on the day. My highest in the challenge so far.
That's what I'm talking about.
Granted, I'm down on the month and on this challenge, but that's besides the point. I've always said this was about revenue, not profits, not pocket watch. I forgot to mention this the last time I checked in, but I launched a new offer, one perpendicular to the current one I'm running. Really, I'm trying to find something that can be a Robin to my Batman, aka hero product. I've got that one at $50 a day, and then my main is at $75 a day. I know it seems like I'm taking this really slow considering I've gotten some good sales and even some profit, but I've got to be sure that I can make a great ad that I can put a ton of budget behind and be able to replicate this over and over again. I'm definitely close. I can feel it in my balls.
What did he say?
And I'm not going to spoil it yet, but today's gone really well so far too. Stay tuned. Momentum was starting to build positively. If I could keep building it brick by brick, I might finally be able to get out of the pit of darkness I'd been in with dropshipping for years. So, the last day I checked in, I got 4 orders for $256 in revenue and $28 in profit. So back to back days in profit, y'all. Y'all, can I get some
W's in the hot.
Yesterday I got 2 orders, but even with them purchasing upsells, bringing my total revenue up to $147, I lost $21 on the day, which kind of sucks. What is a good sign though is that my conversion rate has been going up. I was over 6% on those last 2 days. Right now I'm continuing to try and make more creatives and angles without ordering any more content. I really don't want to do that just yet for a couple reasons. I've got to dial in some truly winning angles to scale here. Not wanting to get ahead of myself, I stayed calm, but I couldn't help but be happy that through 12 days I nearly doubled my revenue from last month already. It wasn't a Lambo. But it was a positive. Huh? You remember when I had 3 days with 2 orders in a row? Try 3 days have gone by and each and every day I got 4 orders. Through those 3 days, I got almost $800 in revenue. And 2 of the 3 of them were profitable after all costs. The one was profitable by $67. Thought I'd never get to more than small profits, but yet here we are. There is a slight issue though. I increased the budget on the main product to $100 a day, but yesterday I had to cut the other offer. I launched 13 creatives with 5 angles total, spending $450 on Facebook ads for 4 orders and $299 in sales. Is that gonna take off or show positive signs in a week or 2? I've got to kill it, especially with that many creatives tested. I'm still gonna work on making another offer. I really want to find a secondary product, or even one that could be my main instead, because I'm not sold myself on the one I'm currently selling. The more I talk to some other dropshippers, I see how well their products hit on initial tests, and they're able to scale fairly easily creative-wise. As I mulled over different decisions and continue to plan out the future for the brand, something insane happened. Huh? Unfortunately, I had a lull on the 16th, 2 orders, something slight. I lost $45. That's not great, but you know what is? Back-to-back days again with 4 orders for $256 in revenue on each. The best part, after all costs, both days were profitable. And speaking of profit, the good news just gets better because I bumped the budget to $150 a day. So today...
Hello, I gotta get you right here, this last piece.
$511 in revenue from 8 orders and an 8% conversion rate. Are you kidding me, bro? Come on. Oh, and the profit on the day? Yeah, I made $125. Honestly, this feeling is better than when I made $10K in a month last year. It's only $100, so it sounds stupid, but if you've been following me for a few years, you know how special this moment is.
This means something to me, man.
Onto reality though, that bumps me up to negative $162 on the month after accounting for all costs. Once again though, revenue is what matters for this challenge. And so far on the month, we're at $3,269.
Nice.
As this journey trots on, I'm continuing to use True Profit to know my numbers every day. It lays everything out for me based on my ads and cost of goods, so I know in real time what my store is doing on the day, and with the mobile app I can know anywhere too. There's a link in the description to get a 2-week free trial. So the high might be over. Yesterday and today were pretty rough. I got 6 orders for over $400 in revenue, but just a 2.5% conversion rate. I scaled the budget up to $250 on the winning day. I definitely didn't spend that much on that day, so I scaled it back down to $175. I wonder if touching the budgets that much, it kind of messed things up. I was just trying to surf the high and bring it back down when the orders weren't coming in. All in all, I lost over $60, so not that terrible. We'll see tomorrow if it makes 3 bad days in a row, contrary to the 3 good days in a row. While my momentum seemed to halt for the time being, I reflected back on the journey so far, and while I was jealous of the YouTubers I watch every day posting their stores printing, I still couldn't complain on this month for my store considering the past. I had to check back in tonight, and that's because something really amazing happened. I got 12 orders for $778 in revenue and a 8% conversion rate. Yo, what? What? Honestly, this doesn't feel real. I'm scared it's all gonna collapse and I'm never gonna get a sale again. What was a bit scary was that the first $100 of ad spend got 10 orders. So a $10 cost per acquisition, which is insane. So naturally, I bumped the budget to $250, but at the end of the day, it only spent $167. I'm a bit confused by that and how it all works, but what I'm definitely not confused about is the profit that I made today. Not $100, not $200, but over $300 in profit on the day, accounting for all costs, which wipes out my losses on the month. And officially puts me $87 in the green on the month. Wow, just Wow. What I realized though is I could have been way more profitable if I fixed something, and that's my cost of goods. Currently, I'm kind of getting raped, so I'm paying $23 per. I want to get that to around 15 bucks, so I'm starting to reach out and ask around for different private suppliers. Hopefully the process is quick so I can fix that, because if you do the math, saving the $8 per order on average, let's just say, not accounting for upsells or anything, I'd save over $600, and I'd be profitable by almost $700. That's a huge difference. If some success started to come my way, it can go away just as easily as I found out the next day. Things have been interesting lately. The day after my big day, I lost $150, wiping out half my profits from the day before. I messed around with the budget again since I saw I was losing money, but that didn't seem to stop it from spending like $260 on the day. Yikes. I ended up at $225 a day, which I then lowered to $200 a day later on. And that day, March 24th, I lost another $40 even after having $300 in revenue. It wasn't all doom and gloom though, because yesterday another half a bando day in revenue and $100 in profit. Let's go. What's crazy is I could have made even more money yesterday if I didn't launch another new offer. I spent $50 on ads on that and it returned nothing. All in all though, I'm not really sure what to think. These are some wild swings from day to day, and some more problems are arising. Because I'm doing a 3-in-1 kit, there's 3 products to ship. The issue is that without a private supplier, they can ship everything in one package for me. There's 3 packages that all arrive at different times for the customer, and they aren't really happy about it. Not to mention, I'm starting to get some hate comments on my ad. I'm offering them a refund, even though they didn't even order from me when I looked their name up. It's so dumb. I hope this doesn't affect my performance at all. Because by the way, I didn't mention this, but despite the creatives I throw in my campaign, nothing can overtake this one ad. It gobbles up the spend every day. I can officially say I found a winning ad, which is sick. I just wish it would let me spread the love around a little bit since I made some spin-offs off of that main one. Just when I thought things weren't so bad, they got even worse. I'm genuinely shocked. I thought the new offer would cook. It was, a bit overcooked. Some might even say burned. Didn't get a single purchase after $150 spend and 7 angles tested. What's worse, only 1 add to cart. That's a clear sign to me that it just needs to be killed. The click-through rates weren't good either, showing the interest and intent was low as well. So over the last 3 days, I did $679 in revenue from 11 orders and a 3% conversion rate. I'm glad I consistently get sales, but I do want to make some money here. I lost $123, then $101, then $45. I may finally have to cut my winning ad shortly. If it keeps up for 2 more days, the fun might all be over. I don't want to make any rash decisions though, so I'll let it spend some more. By the way, I had another issue with people not being able to order. Well, they were, and they just paid $4 for shipping. One of the products didn't have the sell while out of stock button unchecked. I thought I fixed all those last month. And people paid $4 for 3 products, so I canceled the orders. They then proceeded to email me asking why they were canceled. So to save the sale, I gave them an additional 20% off code. And they both purchased, so at least there's that. For the final 3 days of the month, could I close out my biggest month ever strong and even end up in the green for the first time ever? Back-to-back 9 order days. Come on, bro. $569 in revenue with a near 10% conversion rate. Then $607 with a 7% conversion rate. I just need to do that every day now. Yesterday, to close out the month, was a bit rough though. I only had 3 orders for $191 in revenue. Sadly, that did bring me back down into the red to negative $19 by my calculations. Adding that up with the first 2 months, and I'm down $1,332. So, in total, on the month, my store did over $7,500 in revenue from 113 orders and a 4% conversion rate. I legit just made more this month in dropshipping than the last 3 years combined. April's about to go crazy. Let's go.